Hey guys, very warm welcome to you all. My name is Mac Utpat. Thanks for tuning in. I cover a variety of different topics through my podcast and video blogs, ranging from digital marketing, social media branding, leadership, personal development. So today's topic is structured around importance of marrying the culture while driving strategic execution, while driving the digital transformation strategy. And you as a leader has to be savvy enough to align these two important aspects. So it reminds me of Peter Drucker, who is well known for his leadership insights, deep management knowledge and wisdom. He's known as the father of modern management theory, and he had many quotes, but one of his quotes, "Culture eats a strategy for breakfast," is quite profound and is quite readily applicable while driving your digital initiatives, because at its core, digital is really all about change, disruption. So I will offer 7 tips in terms of how you can gain more bang for the buck and achieve a grand success. So, as I said, digital is really all about change, all about disruption. So, it doesn't matter if you are a small business owner, or if you own a digital marketing agency, or you are part of a big Fortune 500 conglomerate, or for that matter any kind of digital initiative, right, that you're part of, whether it could be a cloud computing, software as a service, or maybe you are trying to introduce new CRM system or a new email marketing system, or you are trying to kind of establish a data analytics infrastructure on the back end, or maybe if you are trying to build a social media brand for your company. Anything that you're part of, these initiatives can go only so far if your culture is not complementary or conducive to the new changes that are being introduced, that you are planning to introduce, or that you have already introduced. So the success truly depends on savvy and influential leaders who know, number one, how to drive the strategy, and number two, they should know the ins and outs of your company's culture. That is, you really cannot substitute one for the other. So understanding culture is quite vital, because culture forms the DNA of your organization. So in a nutshell, culture is really all about the social norms, the shared beliefs, the assumptions, and how people look at the traditions, the mentality, and how they perceive the organization, that affects their daily behavior while working on the job. So that's what the culture to me is really all about. So culture can be really positive and negative. So some examples of positive culture are teamwork, customer service, emphasis on service quality, sharing happiness. Negative examples of the culture are not invented here, or it could be very well, hey, we tried that thing in the past, it didn't work, that's why we should not take anything new. Or it could be things such as, hey, it's not my cup of tea, or it could be something like, we are different, and that's why we should not do anything of new thing as such. So because digital is all about change, because it is all about disruption, it's very important that there has to be top-down mandate, top-down leadership coming from the highest echelons of your C-suite leadership, coming in the form of your CEO, CMO, CFO, CIO, and their respective deputies. It's very important that the senior leadership team should make the digital initiatives part of your culture by aligning with the people, processes, the technology elements, the infrastructure, so on and so forth. So starting with my first tip, apply zero-based thinking. So as a leader, Actually, I have covered this topic in one of my blogs. I would highly urge you to visit my blog. Zero-based thinking is really all about sound decision making in the constant change dynamics that is all around us, and it gets into the things such as recognizing that I now possess new set of information that I did not possess or know in the past. Would I be willing to take the same decisions that I took in the past, and or would I be willing to stop doing things that are no longer needed or that need improvements? And what I mean by this new set of information, quote unquote, is really basically things such as emerging business trends, technological advances, change priorities, need to become more competitive, or maybe learning from lessons learned from the past, right? So zero-based thinking helps your company in three different ways. Number one, it allows you to challenge the assumptions. It justifies the investments. And number three, it facilitates problem solving. So all these three things are candidates for digital initiatives. My second tip, defining the clear intent and outcomes. So for example, you as a leader has to make sure that you clearly articulate the goals, you communicate that vision, you make sure that there is a clear financial business case with a clear ROI that is articulated, that is communicated, so that you can manage the expectation. Number three, making the teams part of these new changes. So that might come in the form of you may have to introduce new technologies which will require uh, augmenting the skill set, or maybe you may have to create new roles in the organization, and you will have to tie it to the HR performance compensation. Number four, advancing your company's branding efforts. So you can make the leaders part of the transformation by coming up with some kind of storytelling mechanism, a storytelling medium where they share the struggles, their setbacks, or you can also make the employees or the people that are responsible for driving digital transformation part of your communication. Number five, engaging the business community. Now this could be no brainer, but you need to make sure that you really understand their pain points, their needs. You come up with a voice of customer surveys, you make sure that you come up with the requirements, and then you kind of convert that into design specs. Number six, streamlining your business processes and IT capabilities. And few examples are cross-functional systems. You may have to design cross-functional system such as master data management, your CRM, or your EAI, enterprise application integration, your email marketing system. You have to keep in mind your data analytics, or you have to create new mobile apps as a part of supporting the new digital landscape. Or it may be very well that you have to probably fuse your legacy apps with the new technologies. And finally, number seven, maintaining appropriate tolerance for the risks and experimentation. So because digital is a new frontier, make sure that you introduce prototyping, you make sure that you do some kind of pilots, and then try to take a feel for how the new technology is going to play. Make sure that there is enough tolerance for accepting the risks, making sure that failure can be a reality, and then you do not penalize the people for that. So here are my 7 tips in a nutshell. My parting thought, make sure that culture and strategy are aligned together. You have to marry together to achieve the greatest impact and to make sure that you can successfully transform your company from point A to point B through the digital initiative. So signing off for now, wishing you all the very best. Feel free to subscribe to my blogs on my website www.makarandutpat.com. Feel free to like my Facebook page. If you have any sort of challenges, feel free to call me at 888-360-4535. The information is given below. I would love to work with you. I would love to understand and brainstorm with you in terms of some of your challenges and how I can be of more help to you. So do not hesitate. Please feel to reach out to me if you are struggling with anything. I'll be happy to work with you. Again, signing off for now. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.